Welcome back everyone, this is Danrie from Craft of Giving, and in today's video I have a really fun DIY incense holder that you can make out of polymer clay. To start my awesome project, I grabbed my Sculpey polymer clay and I used a metallic navy color here, and I rolled out a large ball of clay about 5mm thick, and then I used an impression board which has this cool little imprints on. You can buy this at craft shops. I just had it in my kit from years ago, and just rub the back of it over my clay to imprint this design onto my clay. Now you don't have to do this bit, you can texture your own clay any way you like or just leave it plain, but I like this honeycomb sort of textured look for my base of my holder. I decided to cut out a triangle rather than a square. You can create any shape you like. I used a triangle purely because it's just a point of interest. To make the pot for our little succulent, I created a little snake by rolling out a fat piece of clay and then flattening it with my rolling pin to create an even flat little strip that we will wrap around a round object. And I found this to be the perfect little size for my triangle, and it just so happens to be my favorite glitter, which is this fairy holographic glitter. Once you have your little ribbon of polymer clay, wrap it around your object and measure it out, and then smooth out the little adjoined area there with your finger or with a polymer clay smoothing tool, making sure that all the edges are quite even. It's not going to be perfect, but just sort of make it look nice and straight and tidy, and then carefully remove your round object, and that will leave us with a nice ring that we can place on top of our pre-cut base. Now I just used my ring to make a little indent of where I want my glue to be, but because the clay sits bigger than our actual round object, the glue was a little bit too short, so I did trim my ring to fit exactly there, and then went ahead and smoothed out my joint area again just to make sure that my clay sits on the glue. Now this is a bond and bake glue, so it's just like a liquid clay to join the two pieces together. For some extra decorations for our little pot plant, I did go ahead and roll out small balls of grey clay in various sizes and created little rocks. To make sure that everything stays intact and not fall out, I used a little bit more of my bond and bake glue to glue my little rocks down. And now for the fun part of making your succulent plant. Roll out your favorite color of green, or any green color you want to use. I'm just using this it's quite a lime green. The camera's not picking up the color very well, but it looks really cool in real life. And then divide your little snake into quite a fair few chunks, which you'll roll into balls and then create your little petals. Now this took me a few times to create my little petals, just purely in getting the size right and the proportion so that it looks nice inside my little pot rather than an oversized or too small. Go ahead and start building your little succulent by just placing the petals in a circle around, overlapping each other, and just making sure that your succulent looks all nice and pretty. Now you can make your succulent look any way you like. I'm just going for this big fat chunky little petals and making it smaller as we get to the middle of our succulent. I'm using my ball tool just to secure my final petals into place, making sure that the clay sticks to one another. To complete my succulent, I just placed a ball of clay into the middle and pierced a little hole all the way down using a needle tool to create a hole for our incense stick to sit in. Now you want to make sure that your little hole for your incense stick is not too large, otherwise it will just flop about. So you want it to be quite snug but not too large. Now to complete my design, I felt like that needed something else just to create a little bit of extra interest, so I added these golden pearls as well. I went ahead and baked my polymer clay according to my manufacturer's instructions, so be sure to read up your clay's instructions before baking. Allow it to cool completely before you can start using it, or you can go ahead and seal it with a gloss if you so wish to. I chose not to, and I wanted it to be quite matte. And there's our beautiful incense succulent holder completed. We can insert your little incense stick and burn it and make your house smell absolutely divine. These make for the perfect little handmade gift for anyone in your life that enjoys a good incense stick, and it's quite easy to clean up once you've used your incense stick and you get that little ash flow that falls onto your little holder. Just give it a quick shakedown, or even just rinse it under water, allow your little holder to dry, and you're good to go again for the next use. These look so good around the house, and I bet that your family and friends that you make this for will absolutely adore it, because it's definitely one of a kind. If you like this video, please give it a big old thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I make videos on handmade gifts, other fun DIY projects. I thank you for watching. Remember to be crafty with your giving, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!